Hello, thank you for joining me. My name's David Charles, international psychic medium, master of witchcraft, the UK's leading psychic. Tonight I've got a reading for you called Is There a Death Curse on President Vladimir Putin? Is there a death curse on President Putin? Would you like to know? Let's find out. No music, no gimmicks, just get straight on with it. I'm going to do a reading for President Putin and find out at the end, I'll tell you, well, near the end, the answer to that question, is there a death curse on him? Now, I've been picking up messages from my spirit guides for well over 3 weeks now, so I've got to do this reading because I need to let you know what's going on, especially my followers. And if you're not following me, please do so, and you'll get readings from me for film stars, royalty, sports people, and people like yourself, love readings, that sort of thing. But today, President Putin, Vladimir Putin, and I'm going to do a look at his next 6 months. If he has 6 months, we'll find out. Wait for the news on his curse, maybe at the end. You'll find it fascinating, intriguing, and very interesting. So stick with me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give it a like if you like it. Share with your friends. And if you subscribe, you'll help my alligator rhythms and help me get up the rankings a bit. So I need your help to do this. Thank you. And make some comments below. I'm sure you will. Nothing naughty though. Let's take a look at Vladimir Putin. Right. Some of this will be obvious, especially to a lot of you out there. Right, his next few months look a bit like new beginnings. So things are changing for him. He's got money coming, but he's rolling in money anyway that he gets from, well, we know where he gets it from. So lots of money coming through, but new beginnings are the thing. New beginnings to do with finance as well for him. And that's good for him, I suppose. There is aggression around him. There's a man around him who's aggressive, irritating, bad-tempered. And I can tell you now that the spirit guides are not happy with this. Well, they're not giving a happy situation here. You've got the stress card, well, the hermit card here, which means stress. Most of it self-inflicted. This man doesn't sleep. I think he takes poppers, whatever they're called, to stay awake. He doesn't sleep at all, hardly at all. So he needs to be fit for that. I don't think, looking at what I picked up recently and this reading as well, I don't think this man is well. I think there's something badly wrong with him. And I think it's to do with his waterworks that a lot of men get at that age. But there's other things as well. There's things wrong with this bloke, and he's putting on a good front. You may have noticed the justice card here. That means he's going to get karma. He's going to get exactly what he deserves. If he's been good, he'll get good stuff. If he's been bad, he's going to pay for it. And that will start, it may happen during the next 6 months, but it'll certainly happen because of the next 6 months. He's got a woman around him who he quite likes. And she's quite a spiritual lady, which is surprising to me, but maybe she's with him for the wrong reasons, but I don't think she's attracted to him. There's no love in his reading. There's no love anyway. You saw me shuffle these over and over again. And I'd already been shuffling them before we started as well. So there's no love in this reading. No one loves him. Maybe his close family may do, if he's got any, I don't know. But no one loves this bloke. And he's out on his own, really. He's surrounded by people who he trusts. And I can tell you now that most of them can't be trusted. So there's problems there. He's got some psychic activity around him. So he's pretty good with his intuition. He can work out normally what's good and what's bad. But there's lots of confusion coming his way. You can see the confusion in the wands there. They're the clubs in an ordinary deck. Confusion, people arguing, fighting at work, if you call it work. His earthly life, there are fights, there are arguments, there's bitterness. There's people trying to do him down. And I don't suppose you'll find any of this surprising, but that's what's in the reading. This also indicates arguments. And this argument card, or the argument meaning in this card, the swords, which are spades in an ordinary deck. If you look at the round around him, the swords are laying on the ground. This means they can't win. This means that he's in an argument or a war that he cannot win. It's impossible. Even if he gets in arguments in other ways, in arguments with his people that hang around him, legal arguments, he can't win. Of course he would in where he lives because he can arrange to win, but He can't win an ordinary argument around his career, or if we call it a career, what he does at the moment. He's waiting for something to happen. I'll tell you later that he may not have long to wait, but he's waiting for something. He's waiting for money to come his way. So somebody owes him money, probably another country. Vladimir Putin's got a lot going on for someone who never sleeps, and someone who's not very well. This bloke has had, when he was younger, he's had some tough times. And I've not studied him, I don't know, but he's had some tough time. He had a tough time growing up, but that may be par for the course. Where he lives, I don't know. But he hasn't had it easy when he was younger. I don't suppose that's what made him what he is today. But he's got karma coming, he's got arguments, he's got a person around him who's aggressive, he's got new beginnings, so things are changing for him. And I want to take a look now at his next 6 months, one at a time. Let me know if you've got any comments below. I know a lot of this is obvious, but this is what the spirit guides have been telling me, and a lot more too, about curses and things, which I'll tell you in a few minutes. And you may be surprised at the answer. Be interested to see your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a like. What's the other thing? Make some comments. All these things you do. Click the bell icon. I knew there's something I forgot. Click the bell icon and you won't miss any of my readings. YouTube will tell you every time I upload a new reading. And I'll be doing love readings in the coming weeks. And I'm doing a reading soon for the King and Queen of England, King Charles and Queen Camilla in a few days, maybe tomorrow. So stick with me. Interesting reading that's going to be as well. Let's take a look at Putin's next 6 months. We'll start with April, May, June, July, August, September. Right, there's a bloke around him, a younger person, could be a relative, I'm not sure. Somebody he talks to, somebody he trusts, somebody who's full of life, energy, capable of doing almost anything, by hook or by crook. But he's someone that Putin looks for and he trusts. I'm guessing it's a member of the family at some point. They're probably some of the only people he can trust, actually. Now, people are going to be looking for this Putin bloke to do different things. It's probably other countries asking him to do different things or things differently. Doesn't mean that he will, because he's quite a clever person. He's not stupid. But things are coming. People are looking for his expertise in other things. Could be the countries that he gets on with, you know, the ones that the West don't normally get on with. Maybe a little rocket man or someone like that. But they're after him for something. Maybe they're after arms from him, I don't know. Or maybe they're after selling arms to him. Now, you may have seen the moon card here. This shows skullduggery, deceit, usually from women, but it could be from men in this case. People out to get you, people out to stick the knife in. But of course they can't get near him. The only way to get near this bloke is with a curse. They're not going to get near him to do him any harm. But there are people around him, and if you look up the moon, you can look it up yourself, you'll see the dogs howling at the moon. This is from the Major Arcana, and it means deceit, trickery, skullduggery, things going on below the surface that you're not aware about. But he's always crafty about that. He's always suspecting it anyway. Probably suspects the wrong people sometimes. Excuse me. Now, somebody around him is having a baby. It may be a family member, I don't know. But there's a pregnancy. There's also the Empress there. You can see that from the Major Arcana. This shows growth in other areas, but it's more like around his personal life. But again, not one single love card here. There's not one card here, and it's not just card, but there's not one card here signifying happiness, except later, that one I'll tell you about in a minute. But the man is not happy. He's depressed. You don't need to be a doctor to know that. He's depressed. He's probably taking medicine for that. He's certainly not sleeping, hardly at all. I don't know how he lives without sleep, but he does. He's travelling soon overseas. Well, he's planning to. That may not happen when I tell you the rest of the story. He's moving money about, so he's probably struggling with money somewhere along the line, probably because of the cost of the war with Ukraine. But he's juggling with finances. That's not good. He's spent a lot of money, obviously, hasn't he? But see the sea there, the ocean is travelling overseas soon. And probably August. I'm getting August for that. That's the August card. And September, if he's still around, is moving. Now that can be a holiday, but it can be moving completely, moving lock, stock and barrel away from the Kremlin, moving. There are children involved. I don't know who they are. If he's got children or grandkids, I haven't got a clue. But there are children. Movement will bring us some happiness, but it's not real. It's not real happiness because there's no love. There's no love anywhere in his reading at all. Let's just check the other 6 months. So April, May, June, July, August, September, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Right. October shows a hard month for him, for Putin. A hard month on the battlefront, on the work front, everything around him hard, if he's still there. So the movement I picked up just now may have been a holiday. But there's hard goings on for him in that month, in October. November, he will consider walking away from something, if he's still around. He's thinking about giving something up. Doesn't mean that he will, but he's thinking about giving something up. Maybe he's thinking about giving up the war in Ukraine. But I reckon that'll happen long before then. You'll have to let me know your comments, what you think that could be. Another lady in the reading here. This wants to do his work, so he must employ some females, or at least one. This is a woman he can trust. She's a strong woman. She's tough. She could be a single parent, but she's a woman that he trusts and needs to be careful with her, because if you let her down, she'll just disown you. She expects you to trust her, and as well as she trusts you. So she expects the same in return. So I've lost track now. April, May, June, July, August, November, December. There's a party. Could be a Christmas thing. I think I'm on December. Could be Christmas. It could be a wedding. Could be a. Do they have stag nights in Russia? I don't know. Some kind of celebration. But there's women there, so it may not be his. It may be something he's invited to. And let's just count these: April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Sorry, that was January. February, he's got a decision to make. He's coming to a crossroads, especially in anything to do with romance. As I said, he's not in love, but he may be in a romance, but there's no love. But he'll have to make decisions in that month. And the decisions he makes will shape him for years, if he's still around. And the last one is Judgment, from the Major Arcana. And this, of course, means, once again, karma coming, Judgment Day for him. Judgment Day is coming, Mr. Putin. And it's coming in about 11 months from now. If not before. But things could change, because I'm going to tell you now about the messages I've been getting from Spirit about a curse. Is there a curse on Vladimir Putin? Well, let's put it this way. There's a curse on the way. Because as far as I can make out, there's a 28-day curse being put on him by people around him in Moscow. One or two of them may work for him, people he trusts, not to be trusted. And there's a group of people doing curses on him every night for the next 28 days of April. So on the 29th of April, the curse will be in place. It will get stronger every day, because they're working on it every day at midnight, and they're working on it. One of the nastiest curses you can get is a death curse. Sometimes these people, these perpetrators, will aim the curse at the victim's family, so the victim can watch his family suffer as well. I hope they're not doing that. But that's what happens with these curses. One of the strongest curses, and it's going on now, every day of April till the 28th. By the 29th, this curse will be in place. There's only 1 or 2 people in the whole world capable of removing this curse. It's a very strong, nasty curse. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But he's got a curse being laid upon him, and at least 2 of his own people are involved, maybe 3. People that he thinks he can trust. Let me know what you think about that. But Putin has a death curse being cast now every night for 28 nights. And it's being cast near him in Moscow. And some of the people, they form what we would call a coven. But some of the people he trusts are involved in it. They may not be doing the curses there, but they're behind it. Let me know what you think. I'll be reading for you again soon. Subscribe to the channel. They're not all moody like this, because this is a very dodgy subject, of course, with what's going on in Ukraine especially. But I'll be doing love readings for you, money readings, readings for the royal family. I did Meghan and Harry the other day. Have a look at my list. There's lots there to choose from. And there's some timeless love readings there for you. So if you find them today, even if they're a year old, they count when you find them. Take a look. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me some comments. Give me a like. And pass me on to your friends. And I'll see you soon. Remember my motto, you lovely people. Think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you'll be loved. And I love every single one of you. Take it easy. See you soon. And I'll catch you later.